Hi, you're almost there. You'll get inside and warm soon.
No, yourself. How you doing?
So for people who don't know what to expect from this film, who perhaps have been fans of the series, I mean, it absolutely delivers, but they must have felt a bit of pressure. What can viewers expect?
Obviously, as you say, it's a really established world and like it's iconic. So it was a bit of hesitation, not hesitation, but like, are we going to do it justice? And especially with a load of the newbies, as Andy, myself, Cynthia coming into it, you don't want to let like the fans down of this, and like it's such a great series. So Jamie who directed it, he directed a load of the series, so he set up like the whole premise and the whole vibe. So we all transferred from the series into the film sort of seamlessly, if that makes sense. Yeah.
I heard you've been a fan of the series, and what do you think it is about this character, and particularly Idris's performance, which has just really kept people captivated?
I was aware of it, but like I love Idris. But I was a fan of him in The Wire originally, since I saw The Wire, and I'd seen bits of Luther, but I hadn't really delved into it until I got the film, and then I become a huge fan of it. So I was just gripped, and I was just like amazed to be a part of this world, really. And it's London, but it's not London. It's its own like Luther London, and that's just it's so individual and so unique the way Neil's made it. And even the scripts, you read the scripts, they're like stories, they're like books. Like it's just like the descriptions are so graphic and so detailed. Some of it almost made you feel a bit ill reading it, But like, he's just such a good writer and a lovely man. Like you don't know how some of these disturbing things come out of such a lovely man's head, Yeah.
And there's something about Idris, he really seems to capture this kind of nuanced space where he's no angel and he makes mistakes, but there's a good heart there, and he's such a powerful presence. He just seems to really encapsulate the character so well.
He does. Like, there's like a part of him, I guess it just is Luther. Like, he just slides into that so well, and it's like he'd never been away, like he just steps in, got the red tie on, got the suit on, and he's Luther. So he's just such a good actor. Like he almost doesn't seem like he's doing anything half the time when you watch him on screen, but so much is going through his eyes, which is a sign, I think, of a really good actor, Yeah.
And of course, Andy Serkis, who knew that he could be so evil, and Cynthia Erivo, absolutely badass in her role too. So what was it like working alongside these other cast members as well?
Amazing. Like, Andy again, he's such a nice guy. So like the character he plays, like I don't know how he does it. He goes to somewhere that's maybe in him somewhere, but deep down. And Cynthia, who I worked with like most of the time because she's basically my boss. I'm her detective sergeant. She's just so lovely and so good, but so collaborative and warm. And there's a lot of like huge names in this, and they never felt intimidating. Everyone was like, made you feel like, wanted you to do your best work and like allowed you the freedom to collaborate. There was no like hierarchy or pressures. So it was a real fun environment, which I think translates into like the work that is in the final film. Yeah.
There's no shying away from the fact that it does go to some incredibly dark places. What do you think it is about being faced with, the darker sides of humanity, what we're all capable of, that might be cathartic, or this line about, the fear of shame being more powerful than the fear of death? There's a reflection there on our current world in some respects.
Yeah, there is. It goes to like, it does confront you. Like Andy's character, Roby, and the people he hangs around with, they're like, I mean, I won't spoil it, but they're saying that we exist and we are human beings, and our impulses and our like wants and our needs are human needs. So it's kind of like they're saying that there's no black and whites with good and bad. Like we've all got this in us somewhere. Like I'd hope to think we haven't, because there's some horrible things that character goes that instigates. But it's really clever, and the use of technology and what we've given our permission to, like willingly or not willingly, online, what information is out there now on us, and who could get their hands on it for whatever purpose. So like, it's clever concepts, yeah.
But hopefully, the message, there's also good in all of us, and if perhaps we sort of lean into that side of things, then we don't have to sort of succumb to the dark side of things.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. Yeah, it goes to like, I think the extreme of what this technology and people that have access to it are capable of. But yeah, hopefully none of it might come true. It's that grim. Yeah.
And just very quickly, being back here in London where it's obviously been filmed, and it does feel like London itself is a character, you know, and it just feels very apt to be here tonight.
Yeah, massively. It's such a character in this film, like London, and it's a different type of London. It's like it's a Luther London. It's London, but not London. And like, so to have it here, like a premiere in this like amazing screen. I don't know about seeing my face this big, but like, I'm looking forward to seeing it like on this sort of scale because it's like epic the way it was shot and the story. So I think it will be cool to see it on such a big screen in London. Yeah, he's written all the characters are real depth. They're three-dimensional and they've got. There's no black and white. There's grey shades on all the characters, so it's a lot to get your teeth into. He's such a team player, like, and he wants to set the atmosphere, like Jamie, the director, that everyone can do their best work and be free to play and be free to make mistakes, and that's how the best stuff gets made, really, with the freedom to do your best work. And yeah, Idris set the tone. Jamie's made it on a huger scale, and Neil has written it on a huger scale. But without losing, I'd say, any like the essence of what made Luther great.